G'day guys, I'm sure you've all heard the old saying that there are more than one way to skin a cat. And don't get excited just because there's a dog in this video. We're not going to be skinning a dog or anything like that, thankfully for you. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 ways that you can cook up a feast while at camp. I'm going to show you the 3 most common methods, the pros and cons of each one, so hopefully at the end you get a good idea of which one is best suited to you and how to go about it correctly. So stay tuned and we'll go through them all. Okay, so let's start off with the bare basics and probably the most common way to cook at camp, and that is of course campfire cooking. There are a bunch of ways you can cook over an open fire or fire pit, which makes this the most versatile out of any other method. You can cook right over the fire using a rotisserie, chuck a camp oven on for slow cooked campfire stew, or throw a barbecue hot plate over the top and cook up some snags and bacon and eggs in the morning. It's a real caveman way of cooking at camp, and if I'm completely honest, it's probably my favourite way to cook. With that being said, there are a couple of drawbacks when it comes to cooking over an open fire. These include the following. Cooking over a fire in the rain is pretty tricky, not to mention you'll probably get soaked in the process, so the weather plays a big part in campfire cooking. Obviously, a total fire ban negates a campfire cook-up altogether, not to mention the fact that some campsites like Double Island Point don't actually allow open campfires at all. And if you're cooking over an open campfire in the middle of winter, you're going to have to sacrifice a bit of much needed warmth to let the fire down enough to cook on. With all that being said though, campfire cooking is heaps of fun once you get it right, and you can definitely cook up an absolute feast, and your food almost always tastes unreal when it's cooked over an open fire. Up next we have the humble portable gas barbecue like the Voyager. This is an unreal way to cook at camp because they'll run in any weather conditions, they can be used as an oven to cook up a roast or a leg of lamb, and you can most of the time use them during a total fire ban. But double check the area that you're camping in to be sure. You can set these up pretty much anywhere so long as there's enough ventilation, which means you won't go hungry or get soaked when it rains. Of course, all these benefits come with a small price to pay. One of these is the fact that you need a gas bottle for it to run. The main setback for carrying a gas bottle is the fact that you can't travel with it inside of the vehicle. By law, it has to be stored outside of the cab, so somewhere like your ute tray or canopy or on your roof rack. This is really only an issue for people with four-wheel drive wagons or vans, and at the end of the day, most of you out there already have a roof rack installed to strap the gas bottle down. Now next in line is an appliance which is rapidly becoming a favourite for campers and four-wheel drive tourers absolutely everywhere because of how easy they are to store in your four-wheel drive and how quick you can get things cooking on them. And that appliance is of course a portable induction cooktop. Now induction cooktops work by using electric currents to heat up the pots and pans on top through magnetic induction, which is why only the pan will get hot and the induction cooktop won't actually work or heat up without a pan on top. Now some of you guys might have actually seen recently that I cooked up an awesome stir fry for 4 of my mates at camp in under 5 minutes. That's record-breaking time for just about any other method of cooking up a feast at camp. And it's a real game changer if you've pulled into camp after dark and need to put on a feed quick. Now while induction cooktops are changing the game in many ways, you do need a quality 12-volt setup for it to run off. This includes at least a 100 amp hour battery with a battery box, an inverter powerful enough to handle the massive draw from the cooktop itself, and of course a way to keep your battery topped up after cooking. The good thing is if you already have a good 12-volt setup in your vehicle, like a dual battery system or some sort of solar input, all you really need is the inverter. But if you don't have a 12-volt setup just yet, chances are you'll get one eventually if you're keen on getting right into camping or touring. Another huge plus is the fact that we offer basically everything you'll need to run an induction cooktop in our complete energy packs. Now these come with a battery box, an inverter, and a way to charge your batteries back up once you're done, whether it be a solar panel or a solar blanket. All of these are incredibly portable, and it's a great starter pack for someone looking to kickstart for an unreal 12-volt setup. So again, the main thing you'll need to make sure you have for an induction cooktop to run efficiently is an inverter powerful enough to handle it and plenty of battery power. There you go guys, those are the 3 most common ways to cook up a feast at camp. Hopefully you've got a good idea of which one's going to suit you best, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get out there and enjoy it no matter which way you're going to cook. So again, thanks guys so much for watching, you're absolute legends. If you've got any awesome ways that you like to cook up a feast at camp, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because we've got some awesome content coming up for you and I'm sure you don't want to miss out. Cheers.